It is very uneventful down here. I just got here. I don't know how long I'll stick around, but just to make appearances. I was at home watching live streams about what's going on up in Minnesota right now. Portland police just drove by. I see why now. Hey, Maury. Not sure how long you've been on the feed, but give a quick little pan around. There's not a whole lot really happening down here. There is the standard nightly crowd, it seems. Yes, I know. I was watching the feeds up in Minnesota before I came out here, and yeah. Well, it's really like only a matter of time, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure I know why this is happening. It's not immigration, that's for sure. I think you're still set to moderator too, by the way. And thanks for helping me with that. Yes, absolutely. We need to start making preparations and making plans to combat things. Oh, and by the way, watching over the comments last live stream, I was getting the impression that a lot of people kind of had nicknames in the crowd. And I guess just call me Cams. Cam. Yeah. I mean, I was watching it on TV, and I've heard some stories from the people that are local. Sounds good. Yeah, and just a little schedule on when I actually am planning on being down here. Clearly Friday and Saturday, most likely between 8 and 9 p.m. Pacific. And then Monday, I'm going to take Sunday off, but then Monday I'm going to go down to Salem. I was talking with some people, and they were unsure about how large the crowd would be at that protest down there at the state capitol. But if anybody out there is free, I know there's only 5 people watching. Probably 3 are trolls. I have no idea. Anyways, you should all go down. 45-minute drive, that's not bad. It'll be 11 to 4. That is correct. The 19th, MLK Day. I can't remember where I put my pamphlet that I was given, but I checked it on the video from the other night. Gotcha. I think that young woman was casting a spell on me because I'm a streamer. But if she's casting a spell, I know she's on the right side. Oh, look, a street sweeper. You know, that's a good idea. I'm not one to believe in black magic, but I guess you never know. Does anybody remember the Occupy Wall Street protests? Like, doesn't that seem forever ago? It was 15 years ago now. There's a whole lot of background noise. I was just flipping through my book of dissent, and I had marked that notation and the slogan, "We are the 99%." I kind of feel like we forgot that that's where we were. Here's one from 2019, and it is Allah Salah, and they were a Sudanese anti-government protester. The quote was, "The bullet doesn't kill. What kills is the silence of the people." I almost got T-boned by a public bus today that ran a red light. I was half a second away from being a millionaire. We both stopped. He slammed on his brakes on his bus. He looked at his red light and shook his head. What do? You just wave them on. I'd seen on the live feeds that someone else was shot in Minnesota today. I didn't catch their status. Yeah, I think that they're just going to always put the shooter in the hospital too, so that they can claim that it was in self-defense. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they go after people in cars with the intent on creating that situation that they, quote, use their vehicle as a weapon. I think I've seen it reported in a couple other left-leaning spaces that there was a leaked memo that ICE agents were terrified and some of them were leaving, and that they were basically filling the positions with sycophants, just hardcore, extreme on the right. And honestly, I feel like that would explain some of the situations that have been occurring. I honestly think that that's how they want it. They don't want people that are trained in tense situations. They just want someone that's going to act on their emotion instead of their humanity and logic. Like, the whole rest of the world is looking at our country like, what the hell is happening over there? I can see this, and I speak from a historical context. If it does so happen that we end up in a war with the other NATO countries, historically, when a population is in extreme descent on that level, they begin to sabotage and fight the war machine from the inside. It'd probably be about as close to civil war as we'll be getting. If they throw us into World War III. was also reading another headline about how Trump sold $500 million in the Venezuelan oil, but somehow the money ended up in a Qatari bank account. And again, I'm saying I read the headline. I haven't read enough of it to see how substantial or factual the article was, but it just made me think that, is he using our military as a threat weapon to extort money from other nations that he knows can't defend themselves? And this would all be for his own personal gain. Just the thought. A few people come in, a few people go out. I always feel that, like, when terrible news hits the news, people are more aware in the moment, that more will tend to come out here. I'm all for a general strike. And another note, Trump's saying that he's going to cut all federal funding to blue states. We just need to stop paying federal taxes immediately. They can't fund these agents. They can't fund these wars if they don't have our money. And every Democratic state and any Republican state who is realizing the sanity that we're facing is welcome to join in and ceasing all federal funding, in my opinion. That's something we should be doing. You know, I see people talk about boycotts. I see people talk about stop spending your money, stop feeding the economy. We just need to stop feeding the federal government. We don't need to screw over our neighbor, even if they have a different perspective on all of these things. We're all going to have to live together eventually again. But the insanity that's happening, no. We cut off all the money. They can take their billions and fund it with their own little private armies. But our country has nothing to do with what their imperialistic ambitions are. I was also seeing the interviews after the meeting with J.D. Vance today with the premier of Greenland or Denmark. It could have been both, but they weren't very happy. And then started seeing the reports about how France and I believe Germany and a couple other European countries were going to start placing troops on the island of Greenland. Was looking up some facts. Did you know that it's legal within Portland city limits to carry mace or bear spray unless you're a felon. And I did specify protest in my search. But I wonder how many people have been getting bear sprayed by these people. You know, I saw the video. What was it? Spider Mike got bear sprayed from people sitting in a car before they drove off. I can't remember whose video it was that I seen that happen on, but it's just reasons like that we should always have our cameras rolling. So Marty, you just have a bunch of different live feeds rolling on your computer? Just keeping track of a bunch of everything? Because you seem really well informed. Well, no, it's only illegal if you're a felon. It's legal to carry otherwise, but there are a bunch of kind of stipulations like, yeah, it's good to stay informed.
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Can I listen to your commentary?
A little bit, yeah. I'm just talking about some things that I've seen when I scrolled before I left the house, just to come and see what the situation was down here, you know.
Nice.
Just some other ideas.
Ideas are good. Some ideas are dangerous.
Yeah, some are very. No, I was just talking about how, worst case scenario, we ended up in a war with the European countries.
Yes.
Over Greenland.
Yes.
On a historical context.
Yes.
Dissent would rise to a level of sabotage against the war machine at that point. And historically, you know.
Yes.
That kind of dissent would begin to happen. And that would bring us literally like on the precipice of a civil war internally. Yes. So, I mean, what my fear is in that grand scheme is that we would end up in civil war.
Yeah.
And, because I mean, like, if we end up pushing back too far.
Yes, that seems likely.
And they are going to declare martial law and cancel the next round of elections, I think that would also be a huge motivating factor for a lot of people in dissent. And, you know, I look at this all, it's like the man could have chose to be, you know, anything he wanted, and he chose to be a tyrant. And historically, what happens to these people? And what is the story that is being laid out in front of us? You know, it's like we have choices to make, but how do we handle it? Because, I mean, times are changed, you know. Times have changed, and it's just crazy, you know.
Yeah.
But
thank you. Good ideas. I appreciate all that.
Yeah. I mean, is he just bluffing to distract? Does he have no intention? You know. I mean, that very well could be the case. But
I don't think it's a bluff.
I don't believe it is either, honestly. I mean, he has imperialistic ambitions. He wants to create this godly image of himself. I just feel like he's delusional, and it's pretty clear to most
everyone
people.
Should think of themselves as children of God, so everyone has a godly image of themselves. But that's the first thing you said that I disagree with. Here, if I can say something, I think nothing that you said sounded political. It just sounded like a description and a prediction.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I'm so willing to agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just, the reason why I'm here is if there's any bullshit happening, it needs to be on film so that the truth can be told. I moved here from Southwest Florida 6 months ago.
Oh, well.
And the story that was being told was not the truth.
I lived in Florida for 9 months.
But I felt that was wrong, you know, and it needs to be seen, even if it's a moment like now that's nothing's happening. You never know if something might creep up. But
are you experiencing any culture shock?
From living here, I wouldn't necessarily say culture shock. I would say more like I came here on vacation a few times before I made the move.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I knew what I was getting myself into.
Yeah, the third time something happens, the first 2 times provide context.
Yeah. But, you know, living in Florida, I grew up all in the Midwest. I miss topography. I miss going out hiking. I missed seeing looking off to the horizon and it not just being flat.
I love seeing the mountains from here. If you drive up on the hills just right there, you can get a real good view of the mountains.
Yeah.
I like whoever's DJing tonight. It's very chill.
Sets a mellow sound.
Mellow night. A mellow moment.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm out here I have my fears. When I left Florida, the day I left Florida, my daughter called me and she said, "Dad, I didn't want to wait for you to get here, but me and my husband are having a baby." And the day that I left, visiting them a week later, I asked my daughter what she wanted for me, and she said to just be the best grandfather that I could be.
Yeah.
And that involves also sitting by idly, you know.
It's asking a lot of someone to say, be your best. Right? Like, that's like literally the most that you can ask.
Well, you know, there's the stipulation that's in there, be the best that you can be.
That's true.
I mean, she didn't say be the best grandfather ever.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But it's saying, like, you produce an A+ right now.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So, yeah, I agree. That's the standard I want to hold myself to. Yeah. I just think of, like, I wonder if the ICE agents are holding themselves to that standard.
I don't know if they've ever met any standards, to be completely truthful. And I think that's why they're in the position that they're in. And I've seen reports about how much they're making. And
it's sneaky, right? To defend them, since they don't make very much, they take the $50K and then we're saying leave. Like, they may have already spent it and then they have to return it. So it's like they're trapped a little.
Yeah.
So it's bad, even for them.
Yeah. And I'm sure it's all designed that way intentionally.
Yeah, definitely.
It absolutely is.
Like, what is the intent? That is a hard question to measure. Is there intention there? I mean, probably, because it's too clever, and we see similar things in, like, the military, which is related. So.
It's like, here, we're gonna assign you to this task force. Technically, as an independent contractor, we're gonna pay you in advance, and you are now bound to this line of work.
Indenture.
Yeah. That makes them slaves.
Right, yeah, when the slave catchers are half slaves themselves, it's
yeah.
Like, yikes. I mean, you'd expect nothing less from them.
That's a realization that ICE agents might be in financial servitude to the government.
Yeah. Maybe not like 3 months ago, but like now there's a lot of them like that, I think, yeah.
I saw this one saying, "Oh, I make $200,000 a year.
Ooh,
I love
okay.
my job." Yeah, I'm sure he was. Yeah, probably not telling the truth.
Probably
I don't
the
trust
bosses,
any.
maybe the sergeants
maybe.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call them, colonels. I don't know the words. Sorry. Yeah, what were you saying?
No, I don't. Nothing particular.
Yeah,
man.
thanks. I hopped in one of your boxes, quote unquote, I did it myself, though. You didn't add me. I added myself. Nice to talk with you.
Added to the box.
Oh, yeah. However you on TikTok add guests to your
I don't
live.
have TikTok.
Oh, that's fair. What are you streaming on?
Just YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Nice.
Yeah.
YouTube is so long form. I don't have the attention span for that.
Yeah. So, if anything were ever to happen to my gear, if I'm streaming on YouTube, and I don't know how the other platforms work, but if the stream cuts, my video evidence is still saved to the cloud.
Oh, nice.
So
I think if you pay for it, that you can do that. So I don't have it, but yeah.
on a live stream, no, my live streams are up. I don't pay.
Oh, really?
No,
Oh,
it's not
okay.
like YouTube Premium. Or
Oh, nice. I'm not a pro.
Yeah, I think maybe if you want to download someone else's video, you have to have Premium. Maybe. Because I've thought about doing like the stitching or whatever, just to make sure I'm not monetized. I'm not here to get monetized. Although it would help. Money always helps.
Oh, definitely. Okay, can I say something funny?
Sure.
So I'm officially a paid protester because I made 11 cents on my live stream the other day.
Your live stream.
11 cents, so officially paid to be here. So I'm a little proud of that.
Yeah.
It's upgrading my status. No, I'm not here to get monetized. Like, that's ridiculous.
Nah, it's...
Like, we're here to try to prevent Venezuela and Greenland.
Yeah.
Like, that's, like, because that's a multi-front, like, that's not good.
I mean, at this point, we're here for about 5 dozen reasons.
True. Facts.
So
Tonight,
60?
I'm here for one reason mainly, which is what I just said. But you're right. Everyone here collectively, 5 dozen reasons. 5 dozen good reasons.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. There goes Unicorn taking a nice little walk. Hey, it was nice talking. I was chatting with the Legal Observer. He's chill.
Sweet. I'm just looking at comments right now, right on 3 Acre. I'll be here for a bit still. It's called Cameras for Accountability. Have you ever been detained by them? October 11th. October 11th, I got dragged back there. It's like, why wear a mask? They got my picture. I don't give a shit.
They know who I am. I never leave my phone at home.
I told my brother who actually voted for Trump, I was like, do you think, did that bus just fart?
Yeah.
All right. Anyways.
It wasn't personal though. But it did fart, yeah.
I said Trump and the bus was like,
It reacted. It's conscious.
But no, I told my brother who actually voted for him, but is not happy with what's happening. If you thought it was funny that I'm in the American version of the whatever fucking the Gestapo's files, label me a domestic terrorist for filming.
For wearing a COVID mask just nearby. Like, what?
I mean, I was wearing a gas mask, but the street was filled with tear gas.
Yeah. Well,
Dude, it happened over there. I was over there right past where that group of people was standing. I was always keeping my distance, right? It wasn't my fault they were shooting that shit off down the street and running, and I got mixed up in the shit.
was that the day they did flashbangs also?
I mean, they did it a lot. It was October 11th. I mean, I was there quite a bit before and a bit after, but like once I got settled in here and had to start like, you know, putting miles under my feet, getting shit done, I kind of hung back for a little bit, but I know there's going to be more people here on the weekend, and there's a protest at the state capitol on Monday.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to drive down there and live stream that. I talked to some people. They said that the protests that happen down there aren't very big, but it's kind of beside the point. But also, these are pretty extraordinary times. I have a feeling that the turnout would be reasonable.
I wanted to go to the Republican one that they had at the Capitol recently. Yeah. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah.
What were they protesting? Or was it
They
just
don't
some
want to pay
kind
their
of...
taxes, which I agree with, actually.
Their local taxes or their federal taxes?
I don't think they really specified.
They just taxes in general.
Yeah. Tommy gave a speech.
No shit.
His wasn't the best, but some of them were quite interesting, yeah. But just picking up on your point, it wasn't that big or fairly attended or whatever you said, like 50 people, I don't know. But it's symbolic, so.
I was thinking, I don't know which side you're on. It's kind of irrelevant as long as people can have adult conversation, you know, and we're fighting for what's truly just.
Right.
I mean, I'm getting the notion where you are, but obviously, I was thinking, people have been attacked with bear mace down here.
Yeah, I heard just last night apparently, like 2 a.m.
So all these Proud Boys running around with their masks on, if someone just ran up and maced the fuck out of them all and offered themselves up to be arrested and pled not guilty, they would have to face their accusers in court and have to unmask themselves. I'm not saying people need to go mace people. I'm just saying that that's a way to get their masks off their face and find out people's identity. I don't know. I also don't want to get arrested or potentially jumped. I don't know. I was just thinking about like standing here and being approached by a bunch of agitators, and like people have told me like they'll try to stab you or some shit, you know. Whatever, long story short. You know.
I mean, I'm not sure. That's all really interesting. Like, are you saying to do this against counter-protesters or against the ICE agents?
Call me Cams, by the way. Everybody's got a nickname. I just want a nickname. I'm sorry, one more time. What was that?
No, it's good. Nicknames are good. Do you have a preferred nickname?
I'm just going to go by Cams, man.
Yeah.
Nah, just because of the channel for now. I don't normally have one now. I like first names.
Monikers, yeah.
But you were saying?
Oh.
I think you were remarking on my comment.
Yeah. Was it the Proud Boys who are counter-protesters or who are feds?
I mean, no. Well, you never know if that's actually what they're doing. I swear. See, that bus didn't fart. Yep, I was wrong.
Later. We held it in for a moment this time.
They're listening. No,
undoubtedly.
When they've come out, when they've done a shift change, I swear I've seen the same black truck circle this block 3 times afterwards.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, we got T-Rex. T-Rex takes unicorn.
Had Dragon out here a couple of nights ago.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I like Dragon.
Interesting costumes.
Dragon is good. Axolotl is good. Real life dragon. We should get like a Komodo inflatable. That'd be cool.
No, I read a lot about World War II back in junior high and high school. I moved around a lot. I had a lot of time to read. And this is before the internet and stuff, so I'm at, in the library quite a bit. But just seeing the similarities and then reading about the resistance efforts, like, the ghettos in Germany before the war actually started, and they weren't necessarily sending the Jews off to concentration camps, but they were condensing them into certain blocks in the cities, right? And the resistance that they put up with. And I was reading it, this one ghetto, or maybe it was the ghetto, but when they began to assault those people, they resisted, and instead of continuing the fight, they just burned it all down. And it's pretty nuts. But then, there's you can look it up on the internet, that they have like the old sabotage and, I mean, none of it's relevant anymore, but like you can see these documents, like real printed documents.
I'm not a history buff, which is a shame because knowing history is like a tool. To make a comparison I am more familiar with, in America we have internment camps, right?
Yeah.
Japanese internment camps. So we don't call them concentration camps, and I don't know about Germany, but we literally have Mexican internment camps now. Like that's what we should be calling them.
Well, I mean, they're moving on from one ethnicity to another to vilify. Your problems are because of other people is a terrible line of advice. I don't know, my daughter's husband is on the other side of the aisle, and she's told me that they've had disputes.
The aisle is an illusion.
It is. I mean, they clearly agreed on a bunch of things enough to get married, so.
Oh, that aisle? Walking down that aisle?
Well, I mean, they're married. It's her husband.
That's funny.
I wasn't necessarily trying to make that a good catch.
Yeah. No, I meant reaching across the political aisle.
for
Democrats
sure.
and Republicans are all capitalists.
That is another thing that I feel like that's what's happening right now. These are the late capitalistic death throes that are happening right now.
Right.
Because when the man or woman in the White House changes, what do they think is actually going to happen because of all of these things? One, it's all going to be wiped clean as far as undone. Two, there's going to be measures put in place to make sure that these things don't happen anymore. And again, going back to historical context, the last time during the Civil Rights Movement, when there was nationwide unrest, the House and the Senate swung to the left in a very big way. Doesn't matter how many people are on the right or the left, it's the people in the middle that have common sense. They're the ones that have the most control. We got the news crew just showed up over here. I don't know what channel. I'm not familiar with the channels here.
Thank you for the music. Good music tonight.
Ooh.
Very chill.
Is it 10 o'clock already? It's getting there. Oh, that's why the news crew's here. They can have their footage on TV.
The other day. It was nice. Yeah, it was last week on Thursday. They let us out till midnight.
I seen that. I think I'll be here for a little while still. I got in a little late. I was just trying to get things done in my own world, you know.
Our pawpaws didn't defeat Germany in World War II, just for y'all to use some facts.
You know, it's ironic that most World War II veterans are passed away at this point. It's like, it's not that history forgot. It's just that the stories weren't being told anymore.
Some of the most powerful protesters I've seen are the veterans against war.
Absolutely. I mean, most people that are my age were veterans in Iraq and Afghanistan and that war, and I'm pretty sure it's not a dividing political statement to say that we all know that the weapons of mass destruction comment was a total lie. But here we are again.
So good. It's so good.
On the cusp of a pointless war.
Great to see you. I don't even know like we did so much. Like I don't even know what day it was. Yeah, because it was continuing. So
You know, I think it'll happen more often now that we're becoming so intertwined with our technology that we'll become so easily distracted and overwhelmed that we'll forget the significance and even the emotional sense of what events have given to us. It's because it doesn't make any sense. Greenland is saying you can build bases and move troops over here, not a problem, but we're not going to become part of the United States, and apparently that's not good enough.
like next.
I mean, come on, if they take away the speakers, then like they have to just deal with whatever they get.
You know, I feel like there's a significant enough portion of the population that feels like they need guidance, like they need the training wheels or the bumper rails at the bowling alley to be any good. And I think that we've been conditioned to give away a certain amount of our free will. And I think that it's been abused. People have found a way to use that to their advantage. One thing's for sure, on a night like tonight, I get a great parking spot. That bike folds up.
Yeah.
Pack it up. Take it with you on the plane.
I've never flown one, no, but it goes in my car very well.
I've seen people fly with them before. I mean, if you know you're going to a city like, I don't know, that's just bikeable, it's a nice thing to take with you if you're able. Sorry? Oh no, I'm ablaze here in a minute. Safety meeting in like 30 minutes after they're gone. I might wait till 3 Acre gets here. I'm grateful that this is a very terribly boring feed, everyone.
Can I ask how many people you got in the room right now?
13.
Nice. That's not bad.
I'm not, nah. Night before last, or no, was it? When did I come here last? It's Wednesday. I think it was Sunday. Or maybe it was Monday. Either way, I think I had 37 at most at one point. But I mean, I'm not like trying to push the content. I'm not on social media, you know what I mean? I don't have 1,000 followers on Facebook, you know, half of which I'll never meet.
One thing I like about TikTok is they're all strangers, or YouTube is they're all strangers. Like my Instagram and my Facebook, it's all like people I kind of know.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's like my follower count means like, oh, like this is just absolute random reach.
I mean, when I moved out here, I did some videos of the journey out here. I stopped at like Oregon Trail remnants and some historical sites, and I put that on a channel so that my friends and family could see, you know, why I was moving out here. And I just doing the video editing on like DaVinci Resolve. It's kind of a fun little hobby.
So I'm still thinking about what we were talking about earlier. Do you mind if I kind of re-say something?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm not exactly sure where we were, but
so the description and the prediction, right? So like I'm worried that it seems like international tension on two fronts, right? To our south and now to our northeast, right? That will have repercussions internally because it seems like it'll push the tension that we have, not right. So like not only is it escalating tension externally, it's also linked to then escalating tension internally, and both of those seem difficult to handle. So like that's kind of part of our joint worry. Like, is that a clarifying question? Like, how do you feel about that?
Do I feel like that there's tension internally in the administration because of these events, or because of pressure from northern and southern borders?
Well, I'm sympathetic to both of those, but yeah, do
Sure.
you want to tell me more? It's just an invitation.
No. I mean, do I have a prediction or some kind of hypothesis of how events would transpire after an initial invasion of Greenland? It goes in so many different scenarios.
Right.
Like, I don't feel that our European allies, knowing and seeing the majority of Americans dissenting against what's happening, would go and bomb our cities. That's for sure.
That would be
In any way,
extreme.
whether they were capable or not, I don't see that kind of being a thing. Do I think that this administration would take that kind of consideration? I think that they're desperate,
Hopefully.
and it's like a rabid, wild animal trapped in a corner is going to do anything it can to get out of it. And I feel like that's, dude, I mean,
CF Palestine.
yeah. So I think the Republican Party itself needs to stand up and be the one. What is it? Tillerson? I'm trying. I don't keep it with names of politicians, but there is this Republican that was absolutely speaking out against threats to Greenland.
Oh, nice.
And, yeah,
I haven't followed any of it. That's good for them.
right. So I mean, like, this happened. This happened 2 days ago, I think, is when I first saw. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
There's a car parking on the sidewalk right
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the same car that was here earlier. They were actually parked right in front of the driveway there. And 2 cops had to show up and ask them to move. It could be the same car. I don't know.
Power to the people. When I was down in LA, car culture was a much bigger deal at the protest. Hello, welcome, friend. How
Want
are
to
you
try
doing?
this out?
Do I? Maybe.
But the seat isn't high enough.
Thank you for offering. Oh my god, it looks sick.
Well, that was a present. He asked me if I could try that. Oh, you know what? No. I don't feel secure with my weight on that wrong.
The guy who sold it to me almost tried to give. I mean, he did try to give me a second seat post, and I turned him down. But maybe I should have taken it. Yeah.
Has anybody heard any more word about whether Walls was going to deploy the National Guard?
Nice. I can't do
That's
facial processing.
something
very
that I
well.
didn't see anything about in any headlines I read today.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't want to risk this. I mean, literally, I'm wearing wrenches, extra gloves. Oh, yeah.
That's good. Gotta keep the bike in order. Maintenance on the fly.
I have 2 lessons this week. I have a bunch of ways to make a fire.
A bunch. I only have one.
Well, I'm not currently carrying a compressed gas, so I need to get it done. I forgot when I was at Fred Meyer's. I went to Fred Meyer's looking for 2 16-inch tires that match, because I got the sidewalks at 10 or 3 and the bike was free. That's a charge for them.
Recognize it by sound? That's impressive.
Well, plus location. I knew where it was parked,
Nice.
and I knew the sound.
It doesn't look like much.
Bye!
Oh, it sounds nice though. Oh my gosh. I'm easy to please.
My brother, when my brother divorced his first wife, they had a Volkswagen van and a Ford Econoline. And we were driving down the road, and he said, "Which van should I get?" We were in the VW, and I should have warned him. I said, "Okay, here we are going 50, 55. Yank the steering wheel. Just go ahead." I should have said, "Yank it gently," but he yanked it.
The next city that they threatened to put ICE in, the state government, the local governments need to pass emergency laws preventing these people from wearing masks. If they're going to have the police go in to try to protect their safety, they need to at least remove their masks. I think that would be a huge deterrent, that a lot of those people would quit. They would just quit because they know that
The rear transaxle.
what they're doing is wrong. That's why they're covering their faces. So
That's one of my things. I'm
if
used to
you
riding about
make them
and
accountable for their actions,
You know what? That. Okay.
they might just quit. Or maybe they will stop shooting people, at the least.
How's the brake?
Brakes are great. The front brake is better. I could tighten it.
I can look at that and know what it would feel like to ride it.
It's nice. I like it. I actually have been thinking today, earlier someone asked me how maneuverable it is, and I think it's actually easier for me to maneuver. It's small, which seems obvious, but I didn't realize it until today.
One of my most maneuverable bikes is on the rack. It's a short little base. And it has too much weight. I was riding this happy bike today.
thought they did the recording when T-Rex came back. Sorry, changing the topic. You know, I saw T-Rex walk away, and I was like, oh no.
And do another
T-Rex
pan.
is back. Yeah, that's wild. I don't know the sounds of motors or cars very well. Like, my mom.
There's still a handful of people on the corner behind me.
I got a condo, you know, so I guess I'm a trader. That should be tariffed. You know?
Those are good cars. My sister-in-law, my brother's second wife, she had a Honda CRV and she got 50 miles.
Starbucks sell it to her.
Actually, a decent yacht owner.
One.
Well,
How loud was it?
anything to be able to hold them to account for their actions.
Oh, damn. Thanks for visiting. It's nice to see you.
I wanted to bring that for the right.
Hey! Thank you. No, yeah, it was nice.
And I put numbers.
I like the crumbler.
The rims, they're these rims, I provided the hubs. I provided the hubs. Look at the run rates, front and rear. Front is a stony
Sam Houston stepped in, murdered, yes, slaughtered. The Texas Rangers of Sam Houston slaughtered Santa Ana and the Mexicans that killed, murdered Davy Crockett and Daniel Boone, courtesy of the White House. Daniel Boone sworn to drain the swamp as a representative of Tennessee. He got along well with the Indians. Native American.
Yeah, no, I appreciate talking to you. I appreciate your action.
You mean they're like coins, like death cards, like
He's on the $20 bill.
Ace of Spade, something else of hearts that they were using when they were going after people like Saddam Hussein.
God protect our legal observers.
You said he was a legal observer?
You had the hat.
There's a standard in the industry.
hat.
No movie can show cops defeated.
Who knows, right?
No TV show.
Yeah.
Just put on a vest that says ICE, so like who knows?
Right,
Like,
right. Like I've had people tell me to get like a hoodie that says press on it. I'm like, that's not going to make any difference. Yeah, it's just going to make people more attentive to what I'm doing.
Clinton brought in tons of the airport when he was governor of Arkansas. Mena, Arkansas.
Well, you've seen that photograph of Bovino where he was wearing the trench coat, and they were like, "Oh, he's trolling the Democrats by dressing in a similar attire as an SS officer." There was a post that I seen, and I think it was Kristi Noem was at a podium, and there was a saying that was on the podium, and the saying was the same thing that was a white supremacy slogan, and I shared it to my Blue Sky account. I can't remember the exact quote off my head, and I don't have access to that account on my mobile device.
Trump was to Hillary, who, by the way, under Obama's, she went and murdered Gaddafi and his ambassador to the United States because Gaddafi was trading oil for bonds. Well, the top floor, I read the New York Times, September 12th.
Were they shooting live rounds
top
or
floor of the World Trade Center, they did bomb
crowd
trading
control
for
munitions?
$250 trillion. That's more than our negotiations.
So I mean, I scrolled past a bunch of live feeds, but you know how people will sensationalize that heading to get people to click. You know, I was talking to 3 Acre last time I was up here, and he was talking about a time that they were using pepper balls and people were able to go around and pick the pieces up. And it occurred to me that they were most likely putting those in the freezer so that they would hurt more. Because you're not supposed to be able to pick up pieces of a pepper ball once it's been fired. It's supposed to disperse. That kid that lost his eye, was he shot with a tear gas canister or was he shot with a pepper ball gun? Does anybody have an idea?
Our government closed down. Trump started backing our Social Security gold. Biden said they're going to take it away. That's projection. Bush wanted to put it in stock market.
Remember when the government shut down? That was like a month ago.
Bush's team,
It's about to happen again.
Obama came in with
Apparently.
change. He wanted advertising change. Obama did. Well, Obama was Dick Cheney's cousin. Obama's mom is white. Probably why he didn't show his birth certificate. Mama might have been me.
Good night. Thank you, Press.
Don't broadcast any truth.
Tell the truth.
Change your crooked reputation.
What's your astrology sign?
Capricorn, Tiger.
I never.
I'm on a
get along with
dragon.
Capricorns. Oh my God.
Same as Rush Limbaugh.
Welcome back.
I'm so glad I got to say that shit.
I admire Charlie Kirk a little more.
What the fuck? He's coming over
Let
here
Rush
attacking
Limbaugh.
the recent journalists.
I know, right?
Did anybody see? Did anybody
He's
see?
got that big thug in black. I'm gonna leave.
Did anyone see Trump awarding Rush Limbaugh posthumously? And what's her name? The bitch, Speaker of the House, whatever she was. She tears it up and sits down. Did you want to honor Rush Limbaugh? True story. Well, unfortunately, whenever a bicycle does something wrong, you hit the car, the car has to pay for it. Yeah. You get fucked up. You ought to get rid of my car. Your fault. The car is here.
I'm unsure what he's protesting. He has grievances, but they're irrelevant at this point. You know? What's in the box? God. Where is he going? Is he going to the memorial? Uh-oh. Yeah.
Everyone is responding.
Yeah.
sexy purple rims. Maybe he's just sitting, I don't know. Does he have a nickname?
Not a clue. Yeah, they went over there to keep their eye on him. I wonder if it's cold in the inflatable costumes with this weather. It's always circulating cool air on you. Is this guy just fucking yelling at them?
And then tell me the damn fool thinking of the worst ways possible trying to go to Mars.
You know,
Dumb fuck.
it's like, why do so many right-wingers think the world is flat, yet they're huge fans of Elon Musk and his Mars ambitions?
It's funny how
It's
many.
like, where are they
flat-
blasting off to?
Right.
You know, it's like,
A different flat planet. Little flat board games are circling the central dice nexus. It's weird how many flat Earth debates I see on TikTok Live. Like, it's surprising.
it's like, do you know how a fucking sundial works? It doesn't work with a flat plane.
Have you been to Stonehenge?
Oh, I agree.
You had control of our civil war, created by DC, by Biden that in 10 years.
Thing is, I will agree with someone probably if they say enough things, because like no one's going to be 100% right. It's like, yeah, why are we going to Mars right now? It's the same thing. It's like, why are we having domestic wars right now? It's like both of them are too far away from like, let's have healthcare here now.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this random pursuit? Like, fine, but why? And then we're like, no, not fine. Do-do-do-do.
I don't know. Screaming conspiracy theory man over there is getting some views. Me. I don't think they're saying anything to you anymore, guy.
We elected Trump. Stand by him.
Stand by him.
And our Social Security with gold. That should be good for you, goddamn.
That's fair. Who's that? I don't know that person.
I don't know, but I've heard there's weirdos on both sides, so I kind of just sick to myself. And I was hexed when I first got here.
You gotta have your shields of protection up.
Just burn sage.
You know, before you enter the space, you should cast a little protection spell. And then all the hexes bounce off.
I left my set of dice at the house.
I mean, for what it's worth.
I mean, Is it a perception check?
Sure. That works.
But hopefully I'm good.
Yeah, nice. All metaphors intersect at some level. Woohoo, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, they were saying salt vagina. I don't know what that meant. Yeah. Seriously. Well, not with real salt. They just danced around me a few times. But then somebody recommended that I move 3 steps to the right. Again, all those that have joined recently, there is not a whole lot of action here, which is a good thing. There is always a presence. Just to run down to my schedule, I'm going to be here Friday and Saturday night at 8 p.m. Pacific. And then Monday the 19th, I'm going to be in Salem at the state capitol at 11 a.m. until 4 p.m.
Oh, that's MLK Jr. Day. There, that makes sense why. Cool, thanks. At 11. Does it start at 12?
The pamphlet I saw is set, I think it said 11.
Oh, okay.
I can't find it. I thought I stuck it in the side pocket on my bag, but
Thank you. I appreciate the info.
I'm sure there are going to be a lot of places. It's a very significant day. And after that protest in Salem, I do intend on coming back down here to the ICE facility. I'm sure that people will be gathering. I'm about to break down and make social media accounts for this channel. The only thing is I'm not going to use the accounts. You got it. And I wasn't aware, but I guess next time you join a live feed, you'll still be moderator. Is he screaming? I'm gonna walk back here for just a minute. I got some tissue in my car. Excuse me. Oh, that's why my camera almost fell over. I was still attached. What's going on?
I don't see any treads tonight, huh?
No, there's been no treads. There's been no agitators.
Good.
People were saying in comments. I guess there's other people that like follow their live feeds and channels that.
A lot of them end at 10, and since you pick up right around 10, it's like you're going to get a large crew from some of the earlier days, I believe, because people are just hungry for this kind of information and kind of documentation.
Yeah, but they were saying that a lot of those people were sick, and even some of the protesters were sick now too.
I got a little bit of the crud from over the weekend. I think it might have been some but I heard a lot of some other the more common protesters. They've been sick, and I also heard watching a stream online. It's like the Patriots X website of Zoom talking kind of, but they just speak, and they were talking about like a lot of their dudes were sick. And they're talking about that Manny guy. I don't know if you he had like a tracksuit on, like
the red.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not to do. He's running around like he was WWE or something like that. All these guys came in from out of town, and they're not liking a lot of the things that they did with stomping and smashing the candles and stuff like that. The MAGA people there, it was different because of the protest. Look what we were talking about last week is the protesters all come for many different reasons. So there's many different reasons to go after us. But when they come after us, it's more of a singular purpose.
They're saying hi. They heard your voice.
Yes.
So you're obligated to stand in front of the camera for a minute.
Lilith.
Robin, Mary, Christina Cliff, if she's in there. Ladies, I'm just guessing. Anyway, anybody else that I know, hello, I'm safe. Side tangent, when I was pulling up, because I got coming through McAdam, which goes all the way down that way, but there was a cop posted up in one of the side streets, but he was like down on his computer. I think he was just kind of like hanging out.
Hanging out, just being in the vicinity, just on the safe side.
Yeah, like after 10 on the weekdays, you'll never see a cop down here after 10. And that's been kind of the problem, you know, because like when fist fights have, hey, Blaze. Hey, man. How's it going? Yeah, I heard some of that stuff. I got a little bit of several ice facilities, all kinds of shit. Giant canyons. It's like maybe it's multiple police medallion. It's a military thing. It's not ice trading card, but they're all like small. Go on. Got thrown into there. If I go up and talk to you now, it's a different people over there. It'll be a little block. Jeremy, I one of the guys that I had to pull him off. This around. He's got a standing order, I think. So, there's Molly, who is a student.
Are there any scheduled events throughout the city over the weekend that anybody's heard of? Anything particular aside from just this location?
It's a big one.
Wait, yes, please. Yes, please.
I love this. Look at that. Sorry.
That would be awesome. A dinosaur.
He's so good at parking.
I know, right? Hitting everybody. Move the buddy.
On the job, diligently surveilling.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man.
Real quick. Have you met Blaze yet? I should have introduced you.
That's all right. I mean, I'm in due time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in due time.
I didn't want to like force anything.
No.
He's a regular down here. He's been a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Predominantly.
Yeah, predominantly.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
down here all day, almost all night. You know, she's a fire. Go back.
You got it, man.
Oh, yeah, okay. I can see your face. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, we'll come with you.
It's a hell of an inflatable suit.
Oh, and the ears are flopping? Yes.
That's a new one for me. I haven't seen this one.
I mean, it's a big one. It's probably a little intimidating. I mean, I think that.
It turns so quickly in his blood. It's like it's moving.
Uh-oh. Shit. Gotcha. Yeah, it was just the one car. Mari, that's exactly where I'm at. If people want to have adult, intelligent conversations, they're welcome to. When you start acting like a child, you get put in time out like a child.
At least I want to. So nice to have community here.
Yes, sir. Just everybody takes turns.
It's almost 11. Maybe I'll stick to 11 then. Maybe. Yeah, I think I'll visit the shrine, bike around. Not sage, but
Just another pan around. Again, there's not a whole lot happening here tonight, being a Wednesday. And we'll be back on Friday and Saturday at 8 p.m. Pacific. And on Monday the 19th, I will be down in Salem at the state capitol between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m.
camps. Nick. Or once, man, I was on TikTok and a conservative gave me the name Yin. I kind of like that. I would be Yin. Alright, pleasure.
You too, man. So that's the plaza down here in South Waterfront, up Moody, right? And I appreciate you digging in for that information. So it looks like they're gonna meet at noon and march down. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was what the green space was, just north of where the facility is here. Like a mile. I'd have to look, I'm still new. But I will remember that. Oh wait, no. I think I know where that is. I'll look it up. Yes. Yes. That's where they did the vigil, correct? Got it. It's a hard area to find a parking spot down there, especially when there's a lot of people meeting up. That's true. Those that are watching, would you like to chime in where you're watching from? Got it. I'm just curious how far the reach is, if it's just still very local. Hi, Detroit. Hi, Arkansas. Looking at these comments, it seems like I'm not seeing all the comments. You were right about that. Thank you. On my phone, well, there's a little chat box icon with a settings gear. I just tap that, and there's 3 options. Going back to a point that I made earlier in my live stream, there's always going to be so many people on the right or left of things, but it's the people in the middle that really have the control. And right now they're being shown through video evidence what is happening in this country. And if you think that they're going to vote that way again, you might be surprised. There are secret military police that hide their faces because they know what they're doing is wrong. It's hard to idolize people that are just bad people. If the Insurrection Act was ever put forth by this administration, that would be very bad for them, because it's going to affect everyone. And as I said before, it's the people in the middle that have the real power. It's going to wake a lot of people up. It's going to make it a very, very real reality. Again, I'm always going to go back to a historical context of how populations descend when these kinds of things happen in their countries. America is no different. The right had enough people mustered to go storm the Capitol building. The protests that are happening today is everyone else. And these happen nationwide with massive crowds. So those that think that the left is outnumbered should really consider the facts. Safety meeting time. It's about 11. Yeah, it's about 11. Yes, this is a relatively new channel. I did some recording out here back in October, and I posted the videos on my channel. If you want to give those a look over, you'll get an idea of where I stand on things. But I started coming back, and I'm live streaming just because, you know, if something happens to my equipment, the stream and the video will be online. And it won't fill up my phone. And I'm not monetized. I don't know how many new subscribers I may have caught from this particular stream, but I get a few every time. If I ever ended up monetized, it would make it sorry, I was watching down the street. It would make it a lot easier for me to be able to do this on a more consistent basis. But it's not my objective. I'm just here to record. And again, usually just to watch the agitators. When I first moved to Oregon, I had realized real quick that what I was being shown on the television was not what was happening in reality, and I felt like that needed to be shown, and that's what started bringing me out here. You know, I do have a Venmo. Excuse me. I don't know what the policies are on YouTube for just sharing that kind of a thing. And I didn't want to also seem like I was just in it for a cash grab, you know. I figured maybe once I hit because there's 2 tiers of eligibility for monetization on YouTube. And the first one, I think it's not that hard. It's like 3,000 valid watch hours, 500 subscribers, or 3 million shorts views. They're coming out again. I'm not really into making shorts. Just looks like one vehicle. I mean, I could see the silhouettes of a few officers behind the gates. Yeah, they had to have pulled as many officers or agents, whatever you want to call them, Gestapo, from as many locations nationwide, and are just piling them up in one location to raise as much terror as they can. Which also, those that were trying to say that the left is far outnumbered. Sure, I'll look into it. I'm sure I can just put it in the description on my channel. Well, the man is convinced he's being vilified, but it's for good reasons, and he's a vindictive individual, so. He's been vindictive his whole life. If you're not a right-wing goon, subscribe to my channel. Again, I'll be back Friday and Saturday at 8 p.m. Pacific. And Monday I'll be in Salem at the state capitol, 11 to 4. Personally, I think he should call him up. I think he should call up the National Guard. If for any reason we need to understand how adding them into the equation will steer the situation that is happening. I don't think we should wait until things get near the breaking point that nobody could deny before the Guard was ever called up to help protect the civilians of these cities. But that's my personal opinion. Is this Felix the cat? I feel that way too. I would refer that more into those that are in the middle, the ones that are slowly beginning to understand. There's a lot of people that are incapable of understanding something until they experience it themselves. The actual Black Panthers. I know that the black community had felt pretty threatened, or at least I had seen people doing, little shorts talking about the situation and why people were saying, where's the black community? And yeah, awesome. The more the merrier. We're all in it together. I've seen some people dressed up in Native American attire doing dances. Heck, it was just last weekend, I think they did a dance out there at the driveway. I understand. I totally understand. Any one group of people can only carry so much weight on their own. Nobody is here. It's because it's Wednesday. I mean, there was more people here when I got here, but I think also the people that might have limited time to devote to efforts like these are probably putting that time aside for this weekend. I think there's going to be a big turnout this weekend across the country. That, and we have to owe it to all the people that are out there risking their butts in crazy times, making sure that it's all being put on the video so that we can make the decision for ourselves about what is happening and not just have to take the administration or any organization's word for it. Well, I believe that. They're already desperate. They're very desperate. They're desperate to push the situation over the edge because it's the only thing that they have. Yeah, no problem. I consider it a civic duty, to be honest, at times. Yeah, I'm not trying to be an internet personality. I was just wanting to be here to,
No, I mean, it's okay. I think
again, put on film what's really happening so that we can make our own decisions.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, if you, because I don't do social media, whoever does any social media out there, you would be doing me a great service by just spreading the link to my channels and my videos. That's also another reason, because any kind of corporate media these days is going to be biased. And I may make a little commentary from time to time, but it's more about just the... Thank you. I'm gonna run this until about midnight Pacific. It'd be 3 p.m. or I'm sorry, 3 a.m. Eastern. And over the weekend, I'll probably just end up hanging around as long as there's any kind of chaos happening that needs to be observed. Thank you. I appreciate it. And again, I've considered opening up social media accounts to help advertise my channel, I suppose, but I'm just not into it anymore. The only reason I have a Blue Sky account is because it is not insane for me over there. And I need to try to stay informed in one way. There's a lot of people over there that I feel like I can trust when they're sharing their information. Some people will jump when they see a headline and then regurgitate that headline without checking facts, and I like people that check facts. It saves me a lot of time.
Who's still in chat?
There's a few. There's 27 on it right now. It hit 40
Oh, nice.
not long ago, but I didn't realize that I was in all messages and not just top messages.
Yeah.
And there was a lot happening. And I was like, I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah.
So I started putting people in timeout
Yeah.
again.
Oh, Mary would need some help. Lilith or Robin that would be in there.
Is it
or
Mary?
Christina.
I keep calling her Mari.
Mari.
I don't know.
Yeah, Mary. There's a Mala and there's a lot of 4-letter M.
Right. Well, I wasn't sure if you actually are familiar with these people on like a personal
I'm
basis. Yeah.
I personally vouch for Lilith, Christina Cuff, Robin, Silence, Mary. Probably some other ones that I don't know if they're in your chat, but I know that those ones are in your
Yeah.
chat. So.
Yeah, I know. I made Lilith a moderator too.
Oh, okay, good.
So Mari and Lilith, they both seem to hit the feed really quick, and they're engaging, and you know.
Lilith especially, she's all over everything all at once.
Yeah.
On Discord, she sends me some links to I hear what's going on with Mercado right now, and that kind of thing like that. If you're watching the stuff going on in Minneapolis, it's nuts.
I did catch some of it.
They burned ICE cars, beat them all the
Did
fuck
they?
up. They found documents in it talking about names of hotels and locations that take place.
So
You're
so
gonna
they dude,
Dude, they found fucking offset fucking.
because I'm serious. Some of these trolls were saying Insurrection Act tomorrow because of what happened in Minnesota, and I'm like, what are you even talking about? I'm like, I am disconnected from really what's happening.
It's fucking bad.
Dude,
there's not been there's an initial shooting, but the bait has not been taken. They are in the streets and they're fucking. And people are incensed with Jolly Good Ginger.
Yeah, I follow him.
He was out up front, dude, and he fucking was feral. He was fucking feral.
He's fucking
He
bad,
was in there and fucking all mill speak. And he fucking destroyed them. He was fucking mad.
Yeah, I usually end up consuming whatever information I can about what happened during the day, right at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Maybe after I went out around the corner where I live and try to decompress a little bit, have a couple of beers, go back home and just scroll a little bit here, hit my usual information sources.
It's like information, researching information. Every time you look, find something. There's so much fucking more going on all the time.
Yeah, and I mean that's their point. They're trying to overwhelm us.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the point of that is to desensitize what is actually happening, and we become more accepted of lesser transgressions as they increase in severity.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I mean, we just have to stay aware of those facts on a daily basis so that we don't let it happen to us.
Well, you kind of saw the misunderstanding. Remember that Native American gentleman that showed up last time?
Yeah.
Hold on. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
I'm paying attention to these trucks because I swear one of them circled the block 3 times the last time I was up here.
You had plenty of fucking time. You had plenty of fucking time to quit.
Yeah, I'm paying attention to him now. When you say feds, you mean FBI? Because I mean, in my mind, I kind of look at them all as feds. Yeah, wasn't there a lady? I keep seeing a new name. Is it Sasha Riley? Riley something? I swear I seen a headline about an interview with a woman in regards to the Epstein situation.
Yeah, and it was a fake cam. We got the full evidence. Like, even if it was Mace.
Yeah, I got you. FBI. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, I could sit down here and unite watch gangs and unite watch Boston. I was down here.
No, but what he was telling me, I mean, if we've seen actual papers that were taken out of those vehicles, I mean, like, seriously, the situation is starting to crack. I swear this morning I saw another headline about somebody released a lot of documents, like a whistleblower released some documents, and I don't even remember in what regard they were. I don't think it's the thing in Minnesota, though. It's a separate incident. Yes, he was talking about the SS coins.
Not your Jolly Rancher, shut your face.
Yes, the list. And I've seen it reported in several sources I feel are credible that memos were leaked about how the agents have been terrified and a lot of them have quit and they are being replaced with more aggressive, less trained, or no training at all. January 6th type people. I mean, we all know that there's a bunch of them in ICE. There just has to be. What other job are they going to get? And again, like I was telling 3 Acre, I usually get my little dose of information at the end of the evening. Which is probably why I sit and roll around in bed for 3 hours before I actually fall asleep.
Hopefully I say something. Anyway, I record. I stage the incriminating evidence of what just in case anybody needs it. I'm just saving all sorts of shit. I should have done.
Hey, before I forget, Mario Lilith, if you are on Blue Sky, send me a message. That way I can try to at least be a little bit more connected, let you know when I might drop in somewhere, just kind of randomly, perhaps.
I would have made that last me another 10 minutes. You're the one that's scoring the ball.
Well, speaking of dogs barking, I gotta go back to mine.
Right on.
Oh yeah.
That's my last one. Oh, no.
Be nice to your mama.
I'm not going to share it with you. You want it or not?
You ever read dogs?
Yeah, the Bulwark are, I'm sure many people are familiar with their channel. I forgot that I was going to make a list of all of the sources that I get my information from that I consider credible. But they are a Republican, a group of Republicans. At this point, we've got 5 here and just a few more hanging around. So Lilith, I think I chimed on that a little bit before, that I believe that the time frame was around the civil rights era, when the House and the Senate swung very far to the left for many decades after that. Yeah, as long as everyone can be adults and have an intelligent conversation about whatever, we're more than welcome to. But when people just start acting like children, it's time to go night-night. It's like half of my family is Republican and the other half is Democrat. So I get to hear all the stories, all of the gripes and complaints and praises. And as long as everyone does it and they're just being adults, Yeah, that's what happens when you are raised in the Midwest, I guess. You know, the family is pretty well divided already, so. No, my parents loved me, but they didn't love each other, and that they split a long time ago, so. Yeah, we need a new group of Democratic leaders to stand up and seize these moments. You know, we're always complaining about how our politicians are so damn old. Well, we need younger people to seize that moment.
So last night, MAGA people came down here apparently.
Yeah?
Not only did they steal and destroy most of the memorial, take it all away, but they full can bear spray maced somebody, one of the regulars that comes down here, a lady named Molly. She's okay, but she has it on video and got a video of the attacker.
Were they standing out? Oh, here's the thing that I mentioned earlier because I looked it up because I had seen last night. There's a guy who runs a channel. I think it's called Have Another Taco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got
sounds. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a small one, but I see sometimes he'll sit out on that corner over there. But then I think I was recommended another video from that one. It showed Spider Mike out here standing right over here, and he got bear sprayed out of a car. Trying to talk to people in a car that had pulled up, and so I looked online whether they're even allowed to have bear spray. No. Check it. What I seen was that in Portland, you are legally allowed to carry it for defensive purposes only, but not if you're a felon. So how many of those people out there bear spraying
Tommy
people?
Boy is a felon.
Well, he's legally not allowed to have bear spray on his person. I need to look into that too because I've been on that because I thought that it was it's illegal to use. Well, might have been an AI Google thing. I didn't research farther because it's just the nightmare web of research and shit. But AI Google said that you can't use it on humans because the chemicals in it aren't rated for humans. It's illegal to use it only unless in dire circumstances. Yeah.
So it has to be under, like somebody breaks into your house and is going to kill you, or you're being seriously assaulted. You can use it.
I'll do a deeper dive on it because one search isn't substantial enough to place it in 100% fact, but because you know how the internet is.
Yeah.
So that's what I like to do. That's why I try to get angles from different sides that are at least mostly sane.
Oh, I was going to mention.
So
that.
I can.
And it's not a critique.
Sure.
But for like camera angles, from kind of like that angle to that end, and maybe more that way. But if it pops back up with the agitators, all the stuff kind of happens like right on the sidewalk, kind of like right that way.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like in the middle where the groups would meet, from like
the pods.
From
They
the
come up in
crosswalk
pods,
down to
and
the
it's
other
either
crosswalk.
it's either right by that hydrant or right along the stop sign. They'll sit along the stop sign, and they'll sit there and they'll holler at each other. And I'm like, fuck all that noise, but like what I was saying earlier is I do my research on these people, so if they ever start fucking with me, I can just use the fucking true name on them, And it's not a doxing event because a lot of these people dox themselves on their own streams, their real name. One guy even went so far as to go walk to his house and it has a passcode thing on it. Didn't show it, but you can hear the teep beep teep boop boop, He got it.
You're going to be able to figure it out then.
Yeah.
There's a channel. It's called McNally Official on Facebook. Or I'm not. God damn, not Facebook. YouTube. He's on YouTube, but it's McNally Official, and he picks locks.
Oh, I watch those kind of guys. Like the guy, he gets sent like a lock. Pick this one.
Yeah, but he just absolutely rags these fucking lock companies though. But it's like, seriously, like I'll never put something in storage and feel that it's 100% safe again.
No. Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And these new bump machines that they have, and
Yeah.
now, you know, he's like, you know, I bet you can't pick this one, and he's like, you know, picks it and like he times himself. The one that I watch, I can't think of his name, like Lockpick Pro maybe or something like that.
I mean, there's quite a few of them out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I saw another one is like Covert something.
They even have like they have the body cam and they're lock pickers, and they go to like people's
Yeah.
houses and their cars and get them open, and
Yeah.
people watch that stuff. It's mildly interesting, you know.
Yeah.
But I forgot I was going to mention to those guys also, because I'm kind of going around because I get some information and then I meet them down here, and you know it's not anything wild, but I was afraid that all the shit that was going down in Minnesota, that MAGA would have come down
Yeah.
and
Tonight.
just been like furious of the shit that's going on, because it's fucking.
I mean, I'm gonna have to go home and really dive into it, because I mean, if they were able to secure a hold of incriminating documents like that, I feel that it's
Yeah.
possible to sway public opinion.
I forgot what the name was, but they didn't call them targets. Like the people, like how did they called them something?
They were
else.
like
It was
rewards or something.
something.
Or that's what I was
Yeah.
seeing in
Yeah,
chat
the
here
not the
a
prize
little bit
or
ago.
something. I can't remember. Lilith would know. Her mind's like a steel trap.
Yeah, the ladies are on it, man,
Oh fuck yeah!
and I appreciate them.
Yeah. They're good. They're good people, and I trust them.
I didn't feel
You know, what's my trust?
Yeah.
I gotta earn that.
I didn't feel it was a problem to ask for moderation, especially if I'm going to be. It helps keep my eyes on the scene. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
Like when it gets busy.
I'm going to tell some people. I told some people about you. And I said, you know, come up to you on your own time. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm not really like an interviewer of the public. Thank you.
I got
You know,
one more.
I actually applied. I
Thank
sent in
you.
a volunteer
Peer-
card to this organization a couple of months ago. I never heard anything back, but I don't speak Spanish or any other
Right,
language
I just
and
got
stuff.
him
You
to
know,
hand out.
I,
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
have any.
Yeah.
Well, we could always share it with somebody else.
Yeah.
You know,
And actually, there's more whistles here if you happen to run into anybody that needs them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm out here quite a lot.
Yeah.
I got like 3 acre.
Okay. I'm Mama.
I'm
I
on.
normally come down to where people can't recognize me, but I was downtown passing out flyers for the rally on the 20th. So.
Yeah, I'll get these to where they go, and I'll probably take one.
Yeah.
I like black.
right.
Everything's black.
The
That's why I do it.
20th, hi baby. The 20th at Cooch Park, 2 p.m. We're doing a rally and then a march at 3 p.m.
Okay.
the 20th.
On the 20th, which is
Cooch
Wednesday.
Park.
It's a walk.
Yeah, please. If you can write that down, and then I'll take a picture or something.
He's not from around.
Yeah,
I
I'm
ran out of flyers.
I'm 5 months fresh in Portland, so I'm not familiar with names yet. I'll take it in whatever condition it's in,
One more.
because what I'm going to
is
do
that
also.
is that the date on it?
So I have information on another event on the 20th here, everyone.
And this one, we've got something special planned that we're not announcing until the day of, so that we don't have any chuds or MAGA crashing.
Cool.
Got it.
Thank you for what
But
you
we're
do.
gonna have speakers as well.
Everyone
as
take
having a
note of
lot
this. If you're in the Portland area.
extra resources for people to connect for needs and volunteer opportunities and how to get more involved with their community. And
Yeah,
we're working
I live
on
in Oregon City, and there's for like No King's Day, there are people out all over the
Yeah.
place, and everybody driving by was honking. Everybody. There's
Sweet.
like only one person who's like,
In Oregon City, there's a huge show.
There was a fucking huge show.
Again, with me being so new here, like I was under the impression that was heavily
It
red
was-
down there.
It is heavily. Lori Chavez Dreamer, who there's some. Good to meet you.
good
Mom,
to meet you
Mom,
guys
good to meet
too.
you too.
And
Good to meet
thank
you.
you. Yeah, share that around as much as you can if you wouldn't
Yeah.
mind. We need more people.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was tons of people. Lori Chavez Dreamer used to be her district, and she got voted out by a shit ton, like 3 times as much as she won it for like the past 2 elections or whatever, or last election. So she is Trump's Secretary of Labor, maybe, or something like that. There's a
Is she
scandal.
oh no, that's never. I'm thinking of somebody else. Go ahead.
She's
Sorry.
she's Spanish, Lori Chavez Dreamer, and she got caught sunning it up in Cancun, not Cancun, or someplace in Arizona, like in a nice
Thank you, ladies.
hotel.
No, you're good. You're fine. Unless you want to avoid it, but it's
In a
just
nice,
streaming.
nice hotel. Gotta get my thought process out. While the government shutdown is on. So it's like, she's living it up extravagantly while the government shut down and all
Yeah.
the people are fucking suffering.
What was that? It's kind of like what was it? Boris. What was he led the UK for a while, and during the pandemic, they caught him like.
The one, was that the one with the weird hair?
Yeah, yeah. Looked like he was
Drunk
the
or
extra
something.
for a Bond villain in a fight scene or something.
Oh, no, Austin Powers version.
Yeah.
It's more of a comedy.
Something like like Airplane or.
Did I talk to you about the last drug I had?
I'll give you a couple cigarettes. I owe you some, don't I? Look over here. Good pup. Good pup. You got that?
That quote is so misunderstood in the fact that a lot of people just don't understand it. It's the whole empathy factor
Got for Monica.
or being distracted.
I could play my birdies.
Like their life is so busy and chaotic and they're struggling already. Like, oh, can't worry about it. It's not me. It's not my people. But they don't understand that it's not just about people. It's about control. And they want to control everyone.
I was afraid that the mag would.
They shot somebody.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they took it to the fucking trooper, burned it. An ice car, found documents, all kinds of reflective documents in it. These challenge coins.
I mean, why is measles making such a comeback?
I was afraid that the mag was from around here and we wanted to come down with Tommy. It's only here.
Yeah, as agitators.
Yeah. And because
I've always kind of figured IQ is not really a good standard.
nobody's down here filming this thing to boost it, because if you realize
Haven't there
this shit, they
been
all come in pods.
Papers and articles, has IQ testing not been scrutinized?
So I've seen a couple of videos this year.
Not to say that it's not somewhat accurate, but it's also a very old form of testing, right?
I have a lot of willpower.
Yeah. I don't go seeking it, but when they come in front of me and they start going off on other people, I just like,
Yeah, I have a family member who has long COVID. And they'll go through bouts and such, and I feel that, being foggy brained might be where that idea about IQ is connected.
I don't know about Thursday. Well, no. As far as
So COVID hits and I'm living in Southwest Florida, and I worked in restaurants. I waited tables for 17 years.
I think they're scared of the
And I remember the day walking into work when, how did it go? They closed down the bars, and then they closed down the restaurants, and then they closed down the beaches and all public spaces. And it stayed that way. I feel like maybe it was only 6 to 8 weeks. And then all of a sudden everything opened back up just down there. And before we knew it, we had people flying in from all over the country. And of course, no masks were involved. We were permitted to wear our own masks. Nobody gave us too much grief about it. There were certain situations where you'd have somebody who ended up having too many drinks and then they went into a political tangent. But it was pretty wild. I remember this one table. It was a 6-top. They came down and, you know, they're just like, yeah, man, we got in from New York. And I'm just kind of like looking at them and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, but there I was at work, you know, so I can't deny I made a lot of money, but once the pandemic was over and things went back to normal, all these people were so in tune and accustomed to living outside their own means. It was kind of bad.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. We're just talking about all the shit that's going on.
Yeah, there was a lot about it we didn't understand, and it takes time. I got it once. I'd come back from San Francisco. I went on a trip. Flight prices were so darn cheap, and I had never been out to the West Coast. I almost moved to Austin, Texas, and instead I returned the engagement ring and I bought a plane ticket to Portland, Oregon. And I rode the train down to San Francisco. That's a story for another time.
Yeah.
So, for callbacks from people, hey, we're all going to circle off of each other's license. And for somebody not finding anybody, and they want to come by and like coal roll you or something, and squeaks their tires or something, or gun their engine or something.
Puppy. Where'd the puppy go? 15-minute warning, everyone. I'm gonna have to get home and get caught up on what's been happening today. Nice. Nice on the sub count. Again, I appreciate it.
Yeah, right?
Oh, absolutely it does.
Yeah, big one. And that's the other thing. I said, your resume is like, just drop out.
Yeah, I've heard Alberta is pretty right-leaning.
Some kind of trade skill. Join the fire department.
Help out the community.
Nobody even said fuck the fire department. Nobody ever said fuck the fire department. And usually I'm like, I stand in like the dirt, like right in front of him. And he's like, they can walk out to you. But things like, hey, I don't know. I just said, I don't know if it's something. But I said one time, children are scared of you. That makes you monsters. You be walking back road with these.
Vermont, huh?
Some children.
Do you know Milo Rossi by chance? Or at least his channel? Since he's regional? I think he's in Vermont.
That part is true. That part is unarguably true. You can't go like, no, you need to get kids that were deporting back into Ortona or
He's pretty young. He does archaeological stuff. And he does a lot of debunking of content creators and, ancient alien stuff. He, what was the guy who did the, he was on the Ancient Alien show on Discovery Channel quite a bit. It was can't remember the name of his book. Anyways, his channel, it's Mini Minutemen. It's entertaining, and he makes a lot of points, and it's good to see that there's a younger generation, or at least part of a younger generation out there that has some intelligence and common sense. No, these are all the channels that I started watching many, many years ago before the world got crazy.
It's like two worlds. They're talking about something else. It's in their timeline. It's actually connected. But it doesn't just kind of movie that I saw one time about aliens. It's kind of sci-fi rom-com. There's like two worlds and it's connected like that. And the gravity works, but if you're on this world, you're always going to be on that world. And so the sea world is kind of grab and then suspended
On Lilith's comment,
kind of like that, right? 'Cause their world-
again, as long as everybody's adult, please feel free to keep chatting.
They came out once to let and they were kind of like,
Yeah, the History Channel, that's the one. It's like what happened to MTV. It stopped being about music. It went from history to conspiracy, because apparently that's what makes money.
people that are left it's not because they got really got their asses handed to them, so it's not.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense. That's why a lot of these right-wing extremist content creators that run around and have so many followers. Did anybody see Joe Rogan schmear on Trump? Yeah, the Oak Island one was entertaining because at least there's historical fact or somewhat historical fact behind the show. And actually, I think that they did actually find something out there. I don't know. I quit keeping up with it.
That's probably because there's not enough.
Did they get some of them get sent to Minnesota?
I believe because it used to be a ton of them come out. It was at the time they would all come out and they would.
Yeah, I saw a headline and I did not read the article, but I had had the same thought that a lot of those content creators were being funded by DHS. I mean, it's pretty clear when that one day, that one guy was up on the roof of the building with Kristi Noem that one day. I mean, how more obvious can it get?
Yeah, they used to have those lights turned off.
You know, it's crazy.
They were all but that back one. They were.
If we were able to lower the depth of the oceans back to when the Ice Age was around, what would we find off the shores of the lands once the water is receded? There's an area, I think, in the North Sea, which I don't even know if that's actually correct. Like east of Great Britain, where fishermen have dredged up off the ground artifacts, and the water there, they determined that the land was dry during a glacial period. Just craziness. Well, then you'll like that Milo Rossi, the Mini Minutemen channel. There's another one. It's called, this one is in regards to the Great Pyramids. It's called History for Granite. And it's granite like the stone and the spelling. And this content creator is very intelligent. And he really breaks down theories on pyramid construction in very realistic ways that is very enlightening. It's called History for Granite. And he put out a new video yesterday talking about one of the air shafts in the Great Pyramid, that they were going to try to open it up and get a camera in there. But I fell asleep. It's kind of my sleepy time content. Yeah, I need to make a list, like a political list and like a informative list of channels that I follow to share with everyone. Yeah, they were going to try to get a camera up in one of the air shafts into a void that they found through one of these ventilation channels in the pyramid.
Yeah, I couldn't get mine to load.
Yeah, just go check it out. It should be like his latest video. I didn't finish watching it. I fell asleep.
Everybody, I saw somebody saying like that he's in there, and it just had like his name. But if you click on his name, it gives something that says agitator and propagandist. But it works for ICE, so maybe he's paid somehow. I assume this is something. The reason it's probably is right there. The guy would look at me and say like, "How do you feel lose your trademark as a terrorist organization?" Just like flashing.
Yeah, I agree.
And you just like stood there for a second and walked the fuck back that way. A little bit dangerous, but I noticed that there's a big cowboy presence. You will see two dudes a lot.
No Frog Brigade. There honestly probably was only 15 people at the most out here tonight. I could assume that people are trying to tend to their lives and or potentially being wrapped up in what's happening in Minnesota. Not since this weekend. Was it DJ Colton, I think somebody said his name was?
A guy named Stacy
So I want to make a comment about something that I saw that night. They let a couple people speak in between some tracks, and one of the gentlemen was really upset that they were out here dancing, and he made a valid point. However, what people need to remember is that that trend started when they were saying Portland was burning to the ground and there were riots everywhere, and they were doing it to mock that situation. And it is a great way to make light of some pretty crazy shit, you know? And that, and it's Portland, you know?
So, pulling off him, and I told him, like looking at him, and he just like melted at me. Just take a freaking walk, man. Just take a walk and you come back. You know? And eventually he did. He took a walk, came back, he's trying to go and meet up with some people again. And he went over there and he took a picture of him in there. Yeah, and I was over there and I walked halfway across the street. And no, that is not. That is not. Because they started as one outfit. I talked to one guy that fixed it and put that one more time. Every time we destroy it, it's straight to make one. Every time we destroy it, they just put that one. Yeah. One of the girls down here a lot, Captain Inspector, somebody like
Exactly. It's hard to be threatening when you're making a mockery of the situation. You know, and it makes me kind of think about it for a moment that the chaos that they were trying to create here at this facility, they weren't able to create because Portland was handling it in the right way. Now that they've moved on to Minnesota and they're going door to door and just taking people basically
And
by
he
the
said, "Oh,
neighborhood,
there's a sign." He starts scraping on the sign, and the cameraman
it would be easier
goes
for
over,
them
and
to
there's a
create a
cop right there,
chaotic
just kinda, like,
situation.
sitting there with his hand in his pocket, just
Yeah.
watching him do that. And he looks over, and then he's like, "Oh, the camera's watching me." He kind of walks over. This guy who's got this big old fucking pocket knife scraping. And he goes like, and then fucking walks away.
And I'm sure that they're targeting Minnesota because of Tim Walz as well. In addition to what the mayor of Minnesota said. Because, I mean, it was the next day that they were trying to send even more people in there.
But 9 things out of truck drivers. Well, honks, a lot of people will honk immediately. That's normal. Is you see somebody and you wave at them and they go like, "Oh yeah," they wave back, kind of thing like that. Like they want to participate, but they just
One thing's for sure, we need to figure out who the nominee is gonna be for the Democratic Party, or any opposition party for that matter, to be completely honest. But I think it would be a bad idea to put anybody
when the bike cop
in that spotlight this far away from the election, from a presidential election, because then they would just become the target.
I think it's more of a
Yeah, I understand how a lot of people don't like Newsom.
but yeah,
We can't deny that he's a well-spoken person. But he is apparently not. He just doesn't stick to his word, I suppose.
All 50. 100 and...
You know, Gordon, they're not doing it the right way. The right way is due process. I can agree with that statement, Mayflower. You know, okay, so Trump is threatening Iran because they're attacking protesters, yet Trump is attacking protesters. It's kind of the same thing that people can't be illegal on stolen land. And then they claim that the people of Denmark have no right to Greenland. Where do any of us here in the United States have any right to the United States? So you just can't have it both ways. At one point, the hypocrisy is just, it's deafening.
They don't think more than like the thing that they're hearing, the thing that they see. This time in my lifetime is African economies is an actual episode. They start wandering around with this thing. Which you do drop the people or back in the media now, I'm like, fucking see. So come up to me. I'm not doing this. There's a thing to be friend, and then all of a sudden.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Murderous, treasonous bitches! Fuck off! Get a real job!
Fuck you! Kill yourself! I got.
Sorry.
There you go. See? The shift change. They're done for like, this is it, you know, let Portland burn down and then
Yeah, I've got a service dog too. And her biggest thing is that she is a lover of attention. She does pretty good for a while, and then after so many times of getting
Yeah, I just hit his comments on the channel, so I think that's kind of a permanent.
and I have to like say no, now you can't hit
It
one.
wasn't a timeout.
See, the signal for mine is
And they have the same process.
He has learned this whole like backing up well thing. So every time that I'm like holding his leash, I need to like go get him from the nope, I'm gonna. And he'll back up and
Millie likes to stay like right on top of me. All right, well, I think we're gonna.
Yeah, I try.
What the fuck do they have on the roof right now?
I can't deny the fact that when there's going to be bigger crowds, I don't keep my eyes on the screen.
No, they have.
I'm watching the situation as much as I can.
All right, let's get out of here.
It's midnight.
We got stuff to do tomorrow, and I gotta get more flyers and stuff.
Exactly. That, and if there's, you know, something that needs to be seen, you know, I want to make sure I see it so I can turn the camera in that direction. But yeah, it's midnight, everyone. Again, I'll be back here at 8 on Friday and Saturday.
All right, everybody, good night.
Thanks for joining the conversation
Yeah, a little bit of mischief.
and then leaving it.
I'll see you guys. Possibly tomorrow if I can get more flyers printed up.
Definitely, I'll be here.
You got it. Again, Friday, Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific. Monday the 19th, 11 a.m. to 4. I'll be in Salem at the state capitol. Have a great night.
Lost.